We will reach that part shortly. You'll learn that no good comes from rushing, especially when it comes to appreciating the arts. You came to me and asked for help, wanting to learn some Inazuman traditions. Inazuma's history spans over the course of thousands of years, far before the Archon War. It had started as an ambitious project by an arrogant king wanting a domain all on his own. In his short-lived success, he built Inazuma, and it would become known as a legendary garden kingdom, honoring the white sakura tree. You hadn't heard that? I see. I suppose it isn't a history that anyone speaks about anymore. Most of the books I have here aren't available to the general populace. They're ancient texts that have become incredibly delicate in their age. Anywho, though the beginnings of Inazuma had prospered, over time it began to flood. The waters consumed most of the kingdom that was built, leaving only chains of islands, all of which were the peaks of mountains. But that was far before the Archon War. You've learned about that, yes? Of course, of course. Well, I have scriptures on that as well, if you'd like to learn more. Oh, I'm afraid if we were to cover everything in depth, you would be here for a very long time. Why don't I give you some more digestible versions, and then I'll be able to highlight some of our traditional arts and practices. I'm thankful that you are so interested in the culture of Inazuma. There is a great deal of rich history and traditions that have been lost to time or are slowly fading away with times changing. Do I get upset thinking of such things? I'm unsure. I like to appreciate their beauty while they are here, but I now understand that times cannot remain unchanged. We will nurture the culture we have, but we will also welcome the passage of the old and embrace the new with open arms. We have been here for many hours. Do you not desire to rest? I see. But you need not worry about my thoughts on you. I personally think we've earned a break. Would you care for tea? With such a thirst for knowledge, I can hardly deny you an educational experience. Why don't I show you a traditional tea ceremony? It will be an interactive way to learn about a tradition that has been a part of Inazuman culture for hundreds, if not thousands of years. Come, I will have the tea rooms prepared at once. It isn't far at all. It's just after the gardens behind the palace. It gives the tea ceremony participants a wonderful view of all of the native plant life and the Zen gardens before they enter. It is actually a part of the experience. The tea ceremony expands beyond what happens inside of the tea house. Of course. Come, I will show you. It all begins here, in these gardens. It is beautifully built, each stepping stone placed amongst the moss. Each evergreen shrub throughout the garden was made to invoke a strong sense of tranquility and peace. It was designed specifically to calm guests before reaching the tea house. As you weave through its path, it clears your mind of worries and troubles, leaving you feeling refreshed and with a clear mind. It is one of my favorite parts of the tea ceremony. You can take as long as you like here, and this allows you to clear your mind of even the most stubborn worries. I see. We can walk slowly then. I often enjoy this garden for over an hour. Some enjoy speeding through this part, but I firmly believe in its importance. To truly have your mind free and clear is the beginning of bliss. The air here is clean, and the birds, they sing such a wonderful tune. I cannot help but stay here and enjoy the little moments. Emerald moss, black stones, drenching sunlight trickles, where I rest my mind. Ah, of course, we shall make our way up into the tea house. There I will show you the traditions and indulge you in the rich meaning and history. Why, yes, it expands far beyond just the tea ceremony. From these gardens in the beginning, all the way to the end, each step has a purpose and a meaning. The first thing that you may notice is the doors to the tea house. What do you see? They are incredibly short, 3 feet to be exact. Everyone is meant to bend down to enter, signifying that all who enter are equals. Before we do that, though, we must wash our hands to purify ourselves of worldly things. Now you. Now we may enter. Have a seat. I will host the ceremony to display the traditional movements along with the tools that are required to make the tea. Of course I know. I am above all an enjoyer of arts, and have been taught countless traditional practices. I wish to give you the most accurate traditional ceremony possible. Well, as accurate as I can while teaching you. Tea ceremonies are supposed to be completely silent, but since it is for educational purposes, that may be difficult. No worries, though. I will keep the noise to a minimum. Tea ceremonies find beauty in simplicity. Every item within these walls has a purpose or a meaning, from the entrance to the decorations, even down to the flower arrangement. They change seasonally and are artfully arranged using plants to express emotion. They have a set of rules that revolve around 4 basic principles. A fresh approach, movement, balance, and harmony. They are made beautifully by those who have spent their lives mastering the craft. You could say the same about the wall art as well, as the host has the duty of choosing one that suits the season and even the specific guest they have invited. It is customary upon entering the tea room that the guest goes directly to the alcove to appreciate the hanging scroll before greeting the host. No need to do such a thing now. I believe this circumstance is a bit different. Now to begin, I have several tools in front of me, from spoons to kettles to a bamboo whisk. They all serve their own special purpose. I will be silent as I prepare the tea, so that you may enjoy it the way it is meant to be enjoyed. It is said that zen and tea have the same flavor. Enjoy. Eager to learn as ever, I see. Very well. We discussed the importance of the decorations inside of the tea house, but we must also look outward. A proper tea house must have a view of the Zen rock garden. To be able to peer out to the dry landscape is peace. By creating an atmosphere such as one made for a tea ceremony, you create a place where you may truly enjoy the world and everything it holds. It encourages meditation and invokes tranquility, calmness, and peace. The inside shows an abundance of empty space, pristine, uncluttered, a reflection of what your mind should be. With these details combined, it makes for an experience that cannot be found elsewhere. I am glad that I could share it with you, though next time I would like to enjoy it as it was made to be enjoyed. In silence, precisely. Voices of the heart, silence is the only answer. Meeting of the souls. I believe that words do not need to be spoken for things to be understood. Imagine, for just a short time, instead of speaking, we simply exist in the same space. I think it would be lovely, don't you? Well, why not enjoy each other's presence for a short while before I must return. I think I'd like that very much.